Hi, I'm Dr. Maureen from Skin Renewal, and today we're going to talk about Dr. Moore's must-haves for spring. So there's nothing worse waking up in the morning and looking in the mirror and seeing these tired dark circles under the eyes. So we have numerous options at Skin Renewal that we can do for these dark circles. Very often you've had trauma to the eye and the body hasn't cleaned up properly, and then you've left with these iron deposits called hemosiderin under the eye, which are very difficult to get rid of on their own. And then we also have leaky capillaries as we get older. So the capillaries leak because there's lack of collagen in those vessels, and then we start getting the dark circles under the eyes. So we have an amazing new peel called our T50 T35 peel. And what it does, what it means is that the 50 is 50% thioglycolic acid that we do very carefully around the eyes, and that chelates all the iron deposits under the eyes. Quite amazing. So anywhere that you've had a bruise and it's not resolving, the T50 T35, just call it the Skin Renewal Eye Peel. This is what's amazing to start chelating those iron deposits called hemosiderin under the eyes. And then we have different treatments and dermal fillers for under eye circles. So for our young people, it's called prejuvenation. And what you have to do is that you have to tighten the ligament that keeps everything in the eye together. Because it's a known fact, which is quite astounding, that we blink 22,000 times in a day. So can you imagine all those forces of this very strong orbicularis muscle, eye muscle, which is a purse string. So every time we squint or blink or elevate our face, we are causing pressure on all the eye structures. So as prejuvenation, from your 30s on, prevention is always better than cure. What you can do is that we put a high G prime filler in a particular spot called the G point. Yes, it's called the G point, and that strengthens the collagen in this ligament to keep the eye firm and taut, give it structure, and prevent the orbicularis from degenerating and sagging down with time, called malar bags, and when they're really bad, they're called festoons. Because what it does, the eye muscle degenerates. There's a huge portion of eye muscle under the eye, the orbicularis, if you have a look, in an anatomy book, and then that degenerates and pulls the skin down with it, causing those malar mounds and eventually festoons. So very importantly, don't wait till it's too late. We do a little bit of high G prime filler, and the one that I love to do is our outline. Okay, this has got the least propensity to swell. This is Revanesse Outline, and the beauty is that you get 1.2 ml, so you get 20% more in each syringe, and this is FDA approved. It's only one of 6 fillers that are actually FDA approved. It's manufactured in Canada, but as I said, it's FDA approved, and this produces the least swelling under the eyes. And the eye area is very tricky. You get a small star on your eye or a mosquito bite and the whole eye swells up. So very important to use a dermal filler with a high lifting capacity that's going to strengthen that orbicularis ligament. And then we also give structure under the eye, because with time you start losing deep dermal fat. So we put filler on the bone very carefully. Same filler, high G prime, with a less chance of swelling. And because this filler is a round sphere of hyaluronic acid, you will find that it's a very smooth look afterwards. And the beauty about this, and it's also uses biofix technology to make it last longer. And the beauty about this, as a round sphere of hyaluronic acid, you won't get all those inflammatory points from the normal fillers, which have long, thin strands with sharp edges. And as the normal fillers, even FDA-approved fillers, break down, they produce more sharp points and become much shorter. and that is what can cause delayed onset complications down the line. So I've waited 5 years for these fillers, these Revanesse fillers, and they are finally here, and we use them at Skin Renewal. So this is the one for the deep fat pads and to strengthen the area around the eye. And then for our older patients who've now left it a bit late, we need improvement. So what we do, we start off with an outline in the deep fat pads, and we strengthen this orbicularis ligament to keep everything intact.